Go champ, show me what you got. You a champ, right? Oh shit.
Let's watch that again. Let's just watch that again, because we can watch this over and over and over and over, and it'll never get old. So let's just watch it again.
Go champ, show me what you got. You a champ, right? Oh shit.
Let's watch it again.
Go champ, show me what you got. You a champ, right? Oh shit.
One more time.
Go champ, show me what you got. You a champ, right? Oh shit.
I'm ready for you, brother. I'm ready for you. Come at me, Peter. Come at me. I'm ready for you. Come at me on Twitter, my man. I'm telling you, come at me. I'm Crypto Man Run, and I come at you every day at 10 a.m. EST. And the reason why I come to you every single day at 10 a.m. EST is because I want to bring you crypto love and crypto wisdom in the bull run. And I want to get it to as many people around the world as possible. And as I've said to you many times before, when it's 10 a.m. in New York City, it's 7 a.m. in Los Angeles, and you guys are waking up to Bitcoin breaking 51,000, 51,500. And as my guest, MDX, is going to tell us, this is just the beginning. We've got such a big show and a big call for you guys. It's 3 p.m., 4 p.m., and 5 p.m. in Europe. We've been having a great day because alts are running and Bitcoin is running. And I really feel sorry for anyone who doesn't watch the show, because our predictions have been spot on. We told you guys when Bitcoin was going to break 50,000. It broke 50,000 to the day that we told you it was going to break 50,000. And this is just the beginning. And if our predictions are indeed coming right, then we know what is to come. And then that means there's no time to sleep. And as you can see from the rings under my eyes, I haven't slept. In fact, I don't know any traders that have been sleeping. Every single investor or trader that I talk to on any one of the crypto groups hasn't been sleeping. We've all been staying awake at night, speaking to each other, telling each other what to buy and sell. Join our Telegram group, guys. There's action in there all night. Guys, this time it's actually happening. And yesterday I spoke to you about 2017 versus 2021. And I told you guys we need to take profits. And we do need to take profits. But today we're going to look at 2017 versus 2021 as they line up with the numbers. Because if you know where you are and you know the numbers and you have the stats to prove it, you know how many active addresses are trading, you know how many of them are retail, you know how many of them are institutions, that can help you make better decisions. And that's what we do right here on Crypto Banter. And I've been told that I'm not allowed to tell you that we make money on the show, because when I tell you we make money, the YouTube algorithm bans us because I tell you this is all about making money. But guys, we are going to make money on crypto, and that's a fact. And the algorithm just has to live with it. The algorithm has to realize that this community is going to like and subscribe this video so much that we're actually going to make money. Yes, I said it again. The YouTube consultant's going to kill me because he told me, don't say the word make money. And here I am just saying it again and again and again. So going back to it, I think there will be a dip, but I think our community, we're going to use this dip to actually make money. I said it again. All right, well, making money, speaking about making money, I want to ask you something today. Are you guys staking your ETH? Are you guys making more money than just your trading profits? Are you staking your ETH? Because today, I'm going to talk to you about Coinbase opening their ETH staking. What does this mean? Is this like an obvious thing? Should you be giving them your ETH and staking your ETH? Guys, it's not that obvious. One of the downsides of staking ETH means that you can't withdraw your ETH for a long period of time. And that means that you can't take trading profits. So today we're going to look at whether you should be staking your ETH in ETH 2.0, staking your ETH in DeFi, or maybe not even staking your ETH at all. And then it's Wednesday. And Fred, what do we do on Wednesdays, man?
Give them a treat.
We give you guys a treat, a midweek treat, because Wednesday midweek means a midweek treat. And we've got a DeFi gem for you. And this is not an ordinary DeFi gem, because this is one of those DeFi gems that you can get in on early. Like, it's not going to run 100x today. We're going to give you all the stats, and I think that you may be able to get into this one early. And then, speaking of DeFi gems. Remember that tomorrow, 15 minutes after my show, that means that at 11:15 EST, Coach K is coming to you with his very, very, very own show. It's called Prestigious Picks, and it talks about all things that are not on the market yet. Yeah, exactly that. All things that are not on the market. That's Coach K with his new show, Prestigious Picks. So guys, if we want to get this show on the road, I need you guys to do your bit. I've done my bit. I've told you about the amazing, amazing, amazing show that I've got for you guys here today. And I said to you, we're going to... Algorithm says not allowed to say the word. We're going to make money here today. But I need you guys to do your bit. And you know what your bit is? Your bit is to like, subscribe, bell button, and then share this. Like, because when you do, it tells the algorithm to share the content. Share it, because that tells people that tells the algorithm that this is interesting content. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification, because then you know when I'm coming to you. And guys, by the end of next week, we will have 5 daily shows for you. Five daily shows for you every single week. Okay, big stuff happening here on CryptoBanter.com. And all you got to do is like and subscribe. So before we get on with the show, you do that, and I'll leave you to watch this just one more time.
Go, champ, show me what you got. You a champ, right? Oh, shit.
One more time. One more.
Go, champ, show me what you got. You a champ, right? Oh, shit.
All right, let's get on with the show. And of course, the big story in the show today is that Bitcoin smashed through 50, smashed through 51,000, smashed through 51,500. And according to my next guest, it's going to continue to smash. Is that right, MDXcrypto? Oh, we can't hear you. We don't have your sound. Let me try and get your sound on. We do. We got you. We got your sound. We have your sound now.
2 things I want to say first, dude. You are right that freaking Peter Schiff is a moron. And yes, I've had no sleep. There's 2 things. I've had no sleep and...
Go, champ, show me what you got. You a champ, right? Oh, shit.
Genius. I absolutely love that.
I better stop playing that, because I think the algorithms eventually is going to get me for like inciting violence or something.
Yeah, dude, inciting violence and swearing. I've already been sent the emails by YouTube, so we can't be doing that. But guys, so what we want to talk about? Yeah, guys, Bitcoin. Actually,
You told me. I said to you, what are your altcoin picks? You said, forget about altcoin picks. We are talking Bitcoin.
Yeah, I've actually been trimming some of my altcoin, my altcoin winners. So SXP I trimmed down. I took some Matic profits. Also Chainlink as well. A couple about maybe 3 days ago now. But yeah, I'm taking some profits off altcoins, because I believe that Bitcoin's actually now, I think that it went to $28,000. I believe that was the macro swing. When it went to 28, that was the macro swing for that cyclical bear trend in the next. Now we're doing the next leg. And if this now 50K is gone, you're looking at Fibonacci extensions to, I believe it stops between 70 and 80,000. And also, let me show you my screen. Obviously, let me just get this up.
I mean, we need to see charts.
Yeah, you don't want to see this face. Come on, what are we doing?
We want to see the mustache, and we want to see charts. That's what we signed up for.
I love it, man. Ran, you are the Ran crypto man. Okay, what are we doing? Am I sharing my screen right now? Streamcast, stop stream. What am I doing? One sec. Yeah, okay. You can see my screen. So let me click on this. Can you see my screen?
Of course, yes, we can. We can see that.
Okay, so sometimes it's good to zoom out. So I believe that we are here, guys. So if you do a little pencil mark, you see this little area here. This is the same area which we're in right now. We're going to go into that in a second, but you can see that this middle trend line here was basically acted as resistance. This is obviously this is a decade-long chart, right? So you can see it's been resistance multiple times in history. When we went to 14K, we came perfectly up to that level there. You can see here, this is in 2017, we hit resistance. We came back down to almost the 21-week moving average. And then that next move, the next leg of the move was 180%, okay? So now what you can say is this, the $28,000 dump is now very, very likely that was the macro swing, like basically the medium term down basically movement in this long form bull market. Okay, so if that is the case, which I think is highly likely, doesn't mean we can still make a low, but I think it's very it's possible but not probable, right? So I think that we've got these Fibonacci extensions up. If that was, you can see obviously it lines up nicely with the trend line as well, the yellow trend line, which has been holding the market back as resistance and then support for multiple, like almost longer than a decade. So if we do 180% now, look where we come in at, guys. It's absolutely perfectly confluent. 180% takes us to $80,000. That actually perfectly lines up as well with a Fibonacci extension. I don't personally like using Fibonacci extensions that much in my analysis because I don't believe that they give you an edge in any way when it comes to actually when you're seeing, because I don't believe that you're trying to time a top anyway. There's no point even knowing it. But I did want to mention this because if this is the swing low, we're looking at 180%, just what we did in our previous bull market. And guys, this bull market's like, there's a lot more bullish shizzle going on right now. So
yeah, we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about 2017 versus 2021. There are a lot of viewers that weren't here in 2017, and those that were certainly aren't going to forget. But today we're going to talk about the facts, because we're all about the facts.
Just to mention as well, a few levels to look at: 55,000, 60,000, maybe 65,000. They're kind of levels to look at. But personally, in blue sky breakouts, you're not looking to time the top. You wait for it. It comes up, you go long, and then you wait for a dump, and then you wait for a retest. And if it makes a descending pattern, like a descending triangle or a symmetrical triangle, that's when you start looking at changing the trend. You don't want to try and catch the trend as it's happening. You want to catch the trend on the back, when it's actually shifting. You're getting more signals. So I believe that this move is probably going to be, between 80 and 70K. I think we stop. And that's the golden retrade. That's the golden ratio. We could do something crazy like 110,000 if it really wants to get nuts. Like Apple buy, or some massive comes in, like Microsoft, Apple, Uber. Who knows, man? Like this could get it's going to get mental. We know it's going to get mental. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, so you're not calling a pullback. You're saying it's a blue sky. We're in price discovery territory. You're not calling like a pullback now.
I'm on a weekly right now. So I'm saying that this is a weekly scale. I'm looking at weekly candles, right? So there could be like small, 10%, 20% pullbacks, but I'm saying nothing over 30%, because at the end of the day, we did a 31% here, 31% correction, it says 29, but it was about 31. I'm saying I don't think we get anything more than 30% before we get to 80K, because I think that was the first leg down. And if you scroll out and you look at what happened in our previous bull market, Bitcoin likes to do, it likes to do 25 to 40% corrections. It did it multiple 10 times in the previous bull market. There's a lot more. Look, markets do the same stuff over and over again. But this time, I'm not saying it's different, because it's not. It's the same thing. Human psychology doesn't change. But there is literally no reason for us to hold dollars anymore. There's no reason to hold dollars. We all know this, but
we've got a big problem. The problem is that I'm putting money into dollars. I'm taking profits and I'm putting money into dollars. And every time I do, I think, fuck, I'm holding a shitcoin.
Yeah. You're literally holding the biggest shitcoin ever.
Look, I must say, I kind of feel like maybe it's better to be holding alts, like dollar alts.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
You're holding if you have dollars, you're holding political paper with only faith backing it. Like money, all the way through history, has to have integrity as well. It has to have at least a fixed or scarce supply. Has to have portability, durability, fungibility. The main one, store of value. But look, why would you be holding dollars? It just only has faith. Like Bitcoin has faith.
I'm
I know, but obviously altcoins as well. But
my wife says, she keeps asking me every day, have you taken money out of crypto? Have you taken money?
Yeah.
Wife, do you have a wife? MDX, do you have a wife?
No, I don't have a wife. I have a beautiful Ukrainian girlfriend, which I met 3 months ago. Here she is.
Apparently. Oh, are you playing the hot girlfriend card with all my geeks watching this? I mean, that's crazy.
Dude, we're doing bits out here, man. Don't worry about that.
In 3 months, she's telling you to pull money out of crypto and put it into something else, and it's not going to be the Ukrainian currency. It's going to be, she's going to want you to put
it or something. That's even worse than that's like the dollar is basically the best out of a bad bunch, right? You don't want to hold anything but the dollar. I even tell my parents get out of the pound because they're UK. Like, why would you hold anything? Like, if you're going to hold one of them, hold the dollar, obviously. But and you make a good point, actually. Altcoins, maybe like DAI or something, which is like, I think DAI, maybe a stable coin, which is like actually has something to do with crypto backing it, would be better. But like, the revolution is Bitcoin. Like, at the end of the day, Bitcoin is money. Yeah, you're right. Like, fiat currency isn't money. It doesn't have store of value. We all know this. So you need to be holding money, which is gold or Bitcoin. And at the end of the day, Bitcoin's better for a digital realm, obviously, because we live in a digital realm, and it's faster, it's more portable, more durable, more divisible, more fungible, has a better unit account. So get the shit out of all these things and don't just hold Bitcoin, guys. Like, it's money.
You see the chat's gone crazy. Guys are going, Elio's girl is hot too. I mean, they're comparing Elio's girl to your girl. I mean, now things are getting out of hand here. Someone here in the chat is asking, If I am going to take profits, how am I going to pay bills? Well, the answer is go and live in Miami, because the mayor of Miami said that he's going to start accepting Bitcoin to pay the bills. So you go and live RUTG, go and live in Miami. MDX, brother, much love. I know you haven't had some sleep. I know you haven't had sleep.
Yeah, look at me. I look like a mess, man. Like, this is me. This is me at my worst. So imagine what I'm looking at my best.
I mean, you're dealing with two things. You're dealing with a raging bull market, but also with a girlfriend, which is only 3 months into a relationship. I mean, that's a recipe for zero sleep.
Yeah, look, the channel's exploding for me as well. You know, I got this MDX premium service we're doing now, where we're like actually giving people access to a trading bot, and we're working on that. I'm absolutely going for it right now to try and just create a platform for people to get super value. So if you haven't already had a look at MDX, what I'm doing, just come check me out, man. I'm plugging myself, obviously, brother, but you got to do this.
No, brother, tell the people. We bring you here so that you can add crypto nuggets to our community. If they want more information, where do they go? Tell us what you offer, man. This is what this platform's about.
Well, obviously, I've been trading for 6 years. YouTube has been my platform to get out my trading stuff, and then obviously Twitter. But I don't use Twitter that much, but I am getting into it. Check out my MDX Premium as well. We have a Discord server. That's absolutely, like, the thing I want to tell about the crypto community as well, just generally, is just the people have so much love. It's not, I can't even describe it anything else. Like, people come together in this Discord we have. You can come in and people like, I like doing the customer service, helping people out how to use it and stuff, but I don't even have to do that because people will just be there constantly helping you, especially if you're a newcomer. There's so many newbies coming into the space. And at the end of the day, when you see big P&L sheets, there's someone else with a big loss, right? It has to be losers in this game to be winners. So obviously we are kind of getting our bags bought up by institutions as well. So we can mitigate that a little bit, but there are going to be losers. So if you're having guys, trading is not easy. So just want to put that out in plain sight. Come into the community. We're here to help get you into exchanges, get you into learning about TA, all this kind of stuff, and then make those gains, make those Bitcoin gains, people. That's what it's all about.
Where we found MDXcrypto was I watched his show. The guy's an absolute genius. He has a huge show. So I'll put the link at the bottom of the show description here, and you can go and subscribe. Brother, I just want to give you
you are the crypto man. You're a fucking legend, bro. Don't want to swear too much because YouTube already sent me the emails, but you're a freaking legend, man. Love you.
I want to just share one piece of nugget, a crypto nugget with you and with the community.
Yeah,
we were here in 2017, and guys, let's make sure that the people that love us in the bull market also love us in the bear market. I know it's very easy in the bull market when everything's hyped and there's euphoria and everyone's making money, everyone's got love, and then we get one pullback in the market and it's like, oh, but you said. So guys, let's remember these days and remember that we're all adding value and we're all in this together. We're all doing this together. We're all doing this together, trying to help each other to make money. Well, I'm not allowed to say that. The algorithm says no.
Yeah, I know. The algo just needs to get away from crypto people. We make money and we swear. All right.
All right, MDX, before the stream does get removed, man, let's talk a little bit out here. All righty, MDX, thank you so much. Lots of love for you, brother.
See you
Lots
later,
of
guys.
And all you do for crypto. And guys, because we kept saying the magic words, then please hit that like button, because that is what's going to neutralize that and basically allow us to keep having fun right here on the airways. All right, let's get back to the story. And the story is that Bitcoin is exploding. Moon. Why? Because, well, Michael Saylor yesterday announced that he's putting another $600 million into crypto. He's borrowing $600 million in the form of a note, and he is investing that $600 million into crypto. And that news was so big that even Peter Schiff turned bullish. Yeah, even Peter Schiff. I mean, look at it. He said, now that Bitcoin has hit $50,000, I must admit that a move up to $100,000 can't be ruled out. Now, let me tell you the way that I see it. Now that gold is at $1,800, I must admit that gold is never going to get to $3,600. So if that's your mindset, then how can you be bearish on Bitcoin if you're saying, look, I must admit that it can double? Gold can't double from here, guys. It's not going to double from here. But Bitcoin, even the most negative person in the world, I mean, Fred, do me a favor. Fred, call up that tweet again. Just call up that tweet again. Guys, I have a producer here. I mean, this guy's gold. He found this tweet. He said, now that Bitcoin has hit 50,000, I must admit that that a move up to 100,000 can't be ruled out. While a temporary move up to 100,000 is possible, a permanent move down to zero is inevitable. Oh, come on, Peter. Anyway, let's get back to the story. That's not the only big driver for Bitcoin. The other big driver for Bitcoin is, of course, that the NYDIG has applied for a Bitcoin ETF. And yes, you are looking at this and you're saying, Bitcoin ETF, we heard the story in 2017 and 2018, and it's not happening. but I do think it's happening now in 2021. And the writing is very much on the wall. And I'll tell you why the writing is on the wall. The first thing is that we've got Gary Gensler coming in to head up the SEC. Gary Gensler is a MIT professor of blockchain. He understands blockchain. He understands everything about it. I'd be very surprised if under his reign, we weren't going to get a crypto ETF or a Bitcoin ETF at least. Not only that, I'm getting whispers from the SEC that they are warming up to Bitcoin. And I'm not the only one that's getting these whispers. If you look at the Grayscale premium, the Grayscale premium can tell you how close we are to an ETF. And the Grayscale premium today is actually at an all-time low, or at the low, not all-time low, but the lowest it's been in a while, which shows you that the market is actually expecting a Bitcoin ETF. This NYDIG ETF has some unique characteristics, including the fact that one of the biggest banks in the USA, a bank that makes, Fred, how much money does the bank make? 47 billion a year, Fred over here says. Fred says $47 billion a year. And that bank, of course, is none other than Morgan Stanley. Okay, so Morgan Stanley makes $47 billion a year. That's not according to any news source except my producer here, Fred. And he says that that this bank is going to be an active, what's the word that they use? They used a very fancy word. They said an active participant or an approved, authorized participant in this ETF. So the stakes are getting higher for the SEC. Now, those of you guys that used to watch my show on CNBC, you'll remember that we had a very good relationship with Commissioner Hester Peirce. So, of course, I've got my producers to reach out to Hester Peirce, and we are going to try and get Hester onto our show to tell us whether or not that we can expect a Bitcoin ETF. You'll remember that in the days when they declined the ETF, they said the reasons why they declined the ETF was, one, they were scared of price manipulation. Two, they were scared of custody. Three, they were scared of consumers getting hurt, and I don't know how consumers can get hurt. And Hester Peirce actually came out against the SEC. She wrote a whole letter out against her peers at the SEC and said, guys, you should have approved the ETF, and I am distancing myself from this. So I think that 2021 is going to be the year of the ETF. Let's see if I'm right. Let me know in the comments if you think you're right, if you think I'm right, and whether 2021 is going to be the year of the ETF. In the meantime, let's get on with the show and let's look at where we are, 2017 versus 2021. Fred, call up that slide, brother. So, some of you saw this tweet yesterday. This tweet was a tweet by Masari Crypto that shows the tracking of the 2017 chart with the 2021 chart. And I'm so glad that it looks like this, because I tweeted about 2 to 3 weeks ago and I said we're in June, July 2017. I hadn't seen this chart, but my gut feel must have been right. And again, having seen this chart, I think that this chart is absolutely spot on, because I do think that we are in about June, July of 2017. But it's not about what I think. Let's understand the market structure. Let's actually understand the patterns. And like I said to you guys yesterday, I'm expecting a correction, but at the same time, I'm actually a raging bull on crypto. So why am I expecting a correction if I'm actually a raging bull on crypto? Here's a raging bull telling you that he's expecting a correction in the crypto market. And that's because I think we are in a bubble. And all bubble cycles look exactly the same. I'm sure that if you have been in crypto for a while, you've seen the Wall Street cheat chart. You've seen that. And that's what it looks like. And every bubble kind of has the same chart type structure. And that's because every bubble is governed by human emotions. And the human emotions are the two human emotions that govern every single market. And that is, of course, greed and fear. And for as long as humans are humans, we can expect the markets to react the same way. So even though I think that we're not in the same market as we were in 2017, now in 2021, I do think that we're going to get some kind of pullback. What's giving me the clues is actually this chart over here. Let's look at 2017. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corrections of over 30%. That's the bad part. The good part, well, we'll leave the good part to later, because I want to talk about the differences between 2017 and 2021. In 2017, the only blockchain that really worked was Bitcoin. And we were all not we, but the market was super skeptical about the Bitcoin blockchain. At the time, we were in an identity crisis as to whether Bitcoin was a form of payment or a digital gold. In fact, the digital gold narrative only came out towards the end of 2017. So Bitcoin was seen as a form of payments, which wasn't actually working because it could only have 4, 5, 6 transactions per second. That's how fast the blockchain processes transactions. So given that we had this identity crisis, Bitcoin was actually a useless blockchain in the eyes of investors. It was cash, but it didn't work. We didn't have the narrative of a store of value. The narrative of the store of value was only actually created much later by the market, 2018 by the market. The only other use case for blockchain was Ethereum, and that Ethereum was raising money for these useless things called ICOs, where people were raising tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, and maybe even billions of dollars in ICOs. And most of these ICOs delivered nothing. Today, people are raising less money. They're raising 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, maybe 4 million and 5 million. And they're raising it for DeFi protocols, which actually work the day that they launched. So we're in a very, very different market. We have other applications that work. In fact, we got this NFT explosion. Guys, I think I said it on the headlines. And if I didn't, I'm going to say it again. NFTs, for me, are not the most exciting thing that I've seen in crypto, but the most exciting thing that I've ever seen in any industry in my life. And we're going to talk about that later in the show. This is not a hype thing. This is the most exciting thing that I've ever seen in my life, and I have the numbers to back it up. I'm going to show it to you. So the other thing that we have now, other than this NFT explosion, is we have this $40 billion locked up in DeFi protocols. We have huge adoption by institutions, and we're getting huge adoption by corporates. I mean, Tesla, we've got some news that we believe that Apple may be buying, but not disclosing because they don't have to disclose yet. And we're going to try and get a source to come on the show and tell us why he thinks that. Guys, look at the active Bitcoin addresses. The active Bitcoin addresses is back at its all-time highs. We haven't seen these numbers since the euphoria of 2017. And then the biggest thing that we have in 2021, which we didn't have in 2017, is we have the Fed addicted to printing money. The money machine is going and going and going and going. And it's not about to stop because the USA is addicted to printing money. They're drunk on printing money. And that, you know, when you're drunk and you have to go home and you don't want to deal with a hangover, what do? You drink another drink. And then you don't want to deal with a hangover. So what do? You print some more money. And then you print some more money and you print some more money. And they're at a point now where the economy is so broken and the markets are so high and the markets just can't collapse. How do you keep the markets up? You give the people money. The people are hungry. Let them eat cake. This is exactly that kind of revolution. So I think we're going to get a correction because I think we've run a little bit too fast, a little bit too soon. But this correction is actually for buying. This correction is one that we're actually going to buy because I think that we are actually in a hyper bull cycle. And I think what's going to happen is exactly what we saw in 2017. Minus 30% corrections. But every time there was a minus 30% correction, look at the common denominator. We had over 100% increase. 138, 106, 211, 164, 117, 238. So what am I saying? I'm saying 30% correction buys us 130, 140, 150% upside. Remember I said to you, have 30% of your money in cash or 35% of your money in cash. Wait for the 30% correction. That 30% that you have in cash, we're going to deploy it during that correction. And that's going to go up 100%. And then you're going to see why my strategy is actually going to pay off. So let's wait for that correction. I'm calling for that correction. Let's keep our money in cash. And again, I'm hyper bullish. I've told you why I think 2017 and 2021 are different. But there are going to be similarities because history doesn't repeat itself. History rhymes. And so let's get on with the next story in the show. And that, of course, is the story about NFTs. Guys, I said to you guys, NFTs. what a massive, massive, massive explosion. And let me tell you what I think here. This is not the most exciting thing that I've seen in crypto. This is the most exciting thing I've seen in any industry in my entire life. Fred, take the slide off because I want them to see how serious I look. So I've got to look at you guys. I'm going to tell you again. This is not the most exciting thing that I've seen in crypto. This is the most exciting revolution that I've seen in my entire life in any industry ever. And despite what I look like, I'm actually much older than I look. I was here for the internet bubble. I lived many corrections. You can see I've got battle scars to prove it. Okay, now Fred, put the slide back up so we can actually talk about the rest of the story. So this shows you the total turnover in NFTs in the last 30 days. 30 days, total turnover in NFTs by category, NBA Top Shot, hash masks, CryptoPunks, Sorare, art blocks. Okay, what sticks out? Remember, I spoke to you about this NFT thing. NBA Top Shot, which is the sports memorabilia, own a little bit of a sporting memory on an NFT on the blockchain, has done $63 million in sales in 30 days, over 731,171 transactions. Guys, have you ever seen a new market doing that much in such a short period of time? And that just shows you the market for NFTs. And this is when they've been having consumer delivery issues. They haven't been able to deliver to their consumers. They haven't been able to deliver. I want to show you guys the hash mask site because I think it shows you what people are actually buying. Because, you know, when I talk about NFTs, I'm not sure that you guys actually understand what it is that I'm talking about. So they are selling digital pieces of art that look like this. This is like a painting, but it's a piece of art. And you collect it by buying the 1 of 1, 2 of 2, 3 of 3. So these are some of the collectibles. And my wallet is not connected, but I will connect it for the next show and show you guys exactly how it works. But you can see which contract owns it. So you can see it's a number 1 and you can see everything about it. And this is exactly the type of stuff that they're selling. Now, again, let's look at the numbers. How much of this stuff are they actually selling? So they sold, in the last 30 days, they've sold $22 million of this digital art. This excludes gaming skins. This excludes secondary property on video games. The NFT explosion is huge, guys. And if you're not in it, you need to get in it. And today we've got some more news that NFTs are going mainstream. And that is because the biggest art auction house in the world, an art auction house called Christie's, is joining up or teaming up with people to do their first digital art sale or digital art auction and exhibition. This is going to happen for 2 weeks from the 25th of Feb. And it's the first time that this traditional auction house is going to start auctioning digital art. You have to get in on this. Start collecting, start creating, start dealing, start buying and selling. There is a whole new industry here in these digital collectibles. And it is not just an industry. It is, in my mind, the most exciting industry that I've ever seen. But then again, who am I? Let us ask our guest. And that is because I have a new guest for you. And our new guest has a whole lot of new calls for you. And that guest is, of course, Kong BTC. How are you, my friend? Welcome to Crypto Banter.
What's up, my dude? I'm doing very, very well. What about you, man?
I'm doing fantastic. What do you think? What do you think of this NFT explosion? What are we saying? Are we saying that we're all quitting our jobs and becoming digital artists?
Well, honestly, the NFT hype is just going way too rapid, not to jump on. I believe 100x, even 1000x on most of these NFT markets, or like the series that are hyped up right now, is very, very possible in my eyes.
And we haven't started the applications. Like, we don't know what the applications are going to be. We've only been messing around with digital art, and I've seen art that has become dynamic. It starts talking to you, starts interacting.
Yeah,
and that's what.
Exactly. This is exactly what the art world was needing. Like the pictures. Like, you believe if the Mona Lisa could talk, or like look at you or do something or move, that would be like absolutely invaluable. Exactly, if the Mona Lisa could.
you hear me?
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah, I was saying exactly. I'm checking out something here, and I want you to help me. How good are you at maths?
At myths?
Mathematics.
Oh, pretty good.
Okay, so we have 2,000 people watching the show live right now.
Yeah.
And we have 700 likes.
Yeah.
So can you tell me what the problem is?
People are missing out on 1,300 likes.
So 1,300 of you at least that are watching are not smashing the likes. Come on, guys. Come on. Hit that like
Come
button.
on, guys. Yeah, exactly, guys.
Come on, smash it. And then when you do hit the like button, Kong BTC is going to give us some of his calls. So let me just check the likes and just see how we're doing so that Kong BTC can give us calls.
Exactly. Let me do a special effect. Everybody click the like button right now.
Yeah. Come on. We're getting there. 800 likes, 837 likes. Kong, how many calls have you got for us?
I got actually 3 calls for you, my brother.
Okay, guys, 3 calls. We need much more likes for 3 calls.
Come on, guys, 1,000 likes, and we go for the 3 calls.
Oh, I love that effect. Fred, hold on. Fred, I need that effect, man. Can you give me an effect like that?
You need a Go XLR for that.
All right. We got 907 likes. So we got 925 likes. The likes are going up. I love my community because they pull through when we need them to pull through. And we pull through for them and we help them. We're not allowed to say the words, because when we do, the algorithm just bans our videos. So we are, yeah. All righty, we're very close to the 1,000 likes. Come on, guys. We need 30 likes. Fred, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, bro. I know you are watching. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Okay, now Fred subscribed. I saw his like happen on the show. Let us get on with the show. All right, Kong, let us talk about your calls. I know you got some interesting calls for us. Some calls that we haven't seen on the show. Tell us what you're looking at.
Exactly. So the 3 calls that I'm looking at is FXF, that is Things Flow, then PROMETEUS, and DAOventures DVG.
Okay, now those are 3 that we've never had on the show. Do you want to tell us why you're calling them? Are you calling them because of charts or because of fundamentals or both?
I'm calling them because of fundamentals first and then charts coming second. Now,
okay, let's talk about who they are and what the fundamentals are.
All right, so let's start with Things Flow, FXF. Now, FXF, in my eyes, is really doing a lot of cool stuff. They are connecting centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. So basically, you're just going to be having just one account, and you're going to be able to trade every single coin that you want, anything, any asset that you want. You're going to be able to trade that with just one account, one KYC, never needing to log into 20 accounts anymore. And for me as a day trader, this is exactly one of the products that I'm looking for. And I'm really excited to see how this one is going to work out and push through. Now,
so FXF, is it a wallet? Is it a KYC protocol? Explain to me what the protocol itself actually does.
That's gonna be a platform that's basically connecting. It's gonna be connected to all of your exchanges, and basically all of the exchanges that you want to be connected. They're gonna be having like a how do you call that? An order book made out of all of the exchanges. So you're gonna be having like an average price from all of the exchanges.
Okay, so it's an aggregator. So it's a liquidity aggregator from centralized and decentralized exchanges, so that you're pressing one button and that you are dealing with multiple. Okay, this is amazing for day traders. You can kind of look at this like a 1inch, which is an aggregator of liquidity on DEXs. But you're saying that this is a 1inch, but for centralized and decentralized exchanges.
Exactly.
All right, let's look at the numbers here. The numbers behind this are: the market cap is $53 million. The token price is 82 cents. In fact, I want to share this with our community so that they can see why we like this or why we don't like it. So let's have a look at it here.
Nice one.
Let me call it here up onto the screen. Okay, so we have Phoenix Flow, and it's 82 cents. It has a market cap of $53 million. And you can see that the circulating supply is not the actual supply. So if you take it on a fully diluted market cap, the market cap is, of course, a little bit higher. It looks like it's a new listing. It's only been around for 7 days. Do you know what the private rounds and the pre-market rounds pay for?
The private round was, I believe, somewhere around 5 cents or like 7 cents. But the good thing is about that, and this is what I got to know, this is that they got a 100% unlock at day one. So this means there's not going to be like a continuous dumping of the community or like the pre-sale guys. It's just simply going to be, yeah, that's it. Like probably most of the people already sold from like if they were in from price cents. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, Fred, what do you think? Would you be buying Phoenix Flow? He's got one thumb up and one thumb down. I guess the one thumb up is because it looks like it's a great aggregator, but the thumb down will be because you're buying from people who have made 25, 30, 40x. And we're always wary of that. Even though, yes, we've seen Paid Network did 400x, Option Room did 300x, Bridge Mutual did 100x. So it can happen.
Exactly.
Let's go on to the next call, and I'm going to do some more homework on this and bring it to my community to tell you what I think after I've looked at the tokenomics and the token metrics. The next call.
Nice. So the next call is PROMETEUS, and that one is for me, like honestly, right now, every single time I look at this chart, I just absolutely get dizzy. It made already a 10x pump, and it's listed on Binance and everything like that. And obviously, I'm calling that due to this pump, and I'm gonna be looking into buying the dip like crazy. Like I've never bought a dip before on this one.
Look, my usual approach is not to buy shit that looks like this. I mean,
exactly.
Because they knew the guy buying it up. But let's just what does PROMETEUS actually do?
So what they got right now was, or like basically what caused this pump is that they revealed 6 new projects launching on their platform, and the previous project that was that launched on their platform did like an 80 to 90x. So yeah, like everybody because the new projects launching, they're going to be exclusive to PROMETEUS holders.
Yeah.
So yeah,
guys, look, I must say I'm a little bit worried about a chart that looks parabolic. I like to look after my community. I like the idea of what they're doing. I know that they're a data platform. This is a platform which allows for data monetization, and I know that they've got a launch pad, and I guess that's what's happening here. But I mean, yeah, to get the community to buy something that looks like that kind of worries me. Market cap of $200 million, fully diluted $545 million. Too rich for my eyes. Why would you buy it at such a high valuation?
Well, it is just simply the reason why I'm buying this and basically accumulating on like 10 to 30% dips. This is simply because I want to be part in those new projects launching. This is the only reason. Like basically, the chart itself is like, it's not. I'm not looking at like buying for trading. I'm like buying a ticket to get into a new launching project, to get into the new projects that are going to be on there, and then basically hopefully make again 80, 90, maybe 100x or maybe more.
Buy Polkastarter, man. At least there you got the best projects in the whole world on Polkastarter. Or
Exactly.
even another one, Paid Network. Like that Kyle's going to bring amazing products to market. Anyway, we got time for like 2 more minutes. One more call. What's your last call?
So my last call is DAOventures DVG, and
why we're buying DAOventures.
Yeah, that like at the moment, FXF and DAOventures are the two to get in right now in my eyes. And DAOventures even more than FXF right at the moment, since it's down a little bit. Here from the tokenomics, from like where it listed, I believe it was everybody who got into the pre-sale had the same price. Like there was no pre rounds, no seed rounds, no anything, and that was like at 18 cents.
18 cents. So 18 cents, and you'll be buying it at $3.63.
Yeah.
Nah, come on. You don't really want my community to buy something after you're getting people 20x, and then dump on the community.
Well, the 20x is just the beginning since it's very new, very fresh.
Okay,
that is at least my view most of the time. That might be caused by the ape season and all the craziness in the market at the moment.
Yeah, look, I must say, I remember this one. This one came across my desk when they were raising. And if I remember correctly, this is like a DeFi protocol which manages your DeFi investments for you. If I remember correctly,
exactly.
It's almost like a bot or something that manages your DeFi investments. Look, I must say, I haven't tested the product. I will look at the product. Let's quickly look at the market cap again. You're talking about 14 million total supply. So you're talking about a $50 million market cap. Okay, $50 million market cap worth having.
It's quite low for a 20x in my eyes.
Yeah.
This was
Message to my community, guys. I'm going to do the research. I'm going to particularly do the research on this one because this one falls into like our gem category. You know, when something is at a fully diluted market cap of $50 million, those are the kind of things that we like. We like those things. So yeah, we like those. Anyway, Kong, thank you for coming on Crypto Banter. Thank you for bringing us love and wisdom. Keep making money.
Of course, my brother. Same to you.
Soon, my friend.
All right. Catch you later.
Alrighty, that was quite tiring because we had to go for 3 calls. Guys, I don't know if I would buy anything that's gone parabolic. I don't know, that's just me. I mean, you know, buying things that look like I'm just looking at this chart again. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Let's have a look. Do you think we can... Fred, what do you think? Are we going to let the community... Fred says not for him. I must say, look, guys, I must say, don't buy this yet. Let me do some homework. If I think that there's a good reason to buy this, then I will come to you. But for me, you know, us buying into the top of parabolas, especially when there's so many good projects out there right now. There's so many good projects out there in the market. Do we want to buy things that have gone like that? No, we will just rather sit on our hands and buy something else. In fact, I may have something else for you guys. I am going to be blunt with you. I'm an investor in this project, but I'm going to tell you how much I paid, and I'm going to tell you at what price you should be buying, and I'm going to tell you why I bought. And if you can get for anywhere near the price that I got or everything else, then you guys should be buying. So again, I told you guys that I'd be honest with you about my holdings, and I'm being honest with you. I'm saying I have a position in this token. I want you guys to know that I have a position, but I also want you to know why I've got a position, what I paid, and if you can get at anywhere near what I paid, maybe you will make the same decision as I made in terms of buying it. So the token is, of course, none other than Vesper.finance. And this is a token that is launching today. Look out for this. It's launching today. You want to know what Vesper.finance is? It is a DeFi protocol. That's exactly what it is. It's a DeFi protocol. And I want to show you what this DeFi protocol actually does. It's a DeFi protocol very similar to Yearn Finance. And let me see if I can find the right video for you guys. Yeah, this is exactly it. It is a DeFi protocol that allows you to invest your assets, your wrapped Bitcoin, wrapped Ethereum, and currently your USDC assets into the ecosystem and to earn yield on your investments. Now, it's very easy to do this. You just go to the platform, you deposit your wrapped ETH, your wrapped BTC, or your USDC, and then it invests the money for you guys in multiple strategies, including, well, all the big ones, you know, so the compound and all the big ones. Today, they've only got 3 pools. They've got the 3 pools that I showed you, but in time, they will be growing the 3 pools. What's interesting here is that you can earn your yield in wrapped BTC, wrapped Ether, or wrapped USDC, or you can earn your yield in Vesper tokens, which is quite cool because if the Vesper tokens go up, you'll end up making a lot more money. So similar to Celsius's model where you earn Celsius. The Celsius were trading at $1, but because the community was growing and the protocol was growing, those tokens which you were earning were growing in value. So this is quite an interesting one for me. And I'll tell you there's an interesting protocol and an interesting play. But the first one is the design of the protocol. And the reason is because Vesper have identified that DeFi changes very quickly and that the rate of growth of DeFi is very fast. And that what works today may not work tomorrow. The strategies we deploy today may not be the strategies we deploy tomorrow. And so they designed a very modular design, which looks, something like that. It looks actually like Lego pieces. Thanks, Fred. You're a champion. That's a great way to show it. If you think about a DeFi investment where you stake tokens or you deposit money and then you want to pull the money out, or invest the money, then you'll appreciate that it's actually broken up into two parts. There's a front end and a back end. The front end is effectively where you deposit and where you withdraw, and the back end is effectively the pools or the investments that you make into the various DeFi pools. Now, the way that Vesper has designed their back end or their structure is that it's made of blocks. It's a modular design. And so the front end can work regardless of which backend or which strategy you start deploying. So as the strategies grow and DeFi changes, they can change the blocks and change the blocks and change the blocks. At the same time, this is one of the only DeFi protocols that allows you to adopt a multi-pool strategy. So you can invest your money into multiple pools, Curve, Cream, Compound, Aave, etc., and you can do this because they've identified that DeFi yields aren't consistent and they're constantly changing and investors actually want more consistent returns. And one way to get more consistent returns is instead of locking your money up into one DeFi pool, to lock it up in a multi-pool strategy. So from a design point of view, a super, super smart protocol. From a tokenomics point of view, very, very smart protocol. Why? There are a few things that I'm looking at here. The first thing that I'm looking at here is that 60% or more than 60% lands up in the hands of the community. 65% lands up in the hands of the community. And about 25% or 35% lands up with all the partners and the founders, etc. So from a tokenomics point of view, pretty strong. And they have, you'll see in a second, how they allocate, how the revenues in this work. In fact, let's listen to one of the founders, and I want to talk about the founding team in a second, but let's listen to one of the founders talking about the revenue model in this protocol. I think that he explains it very, very well.
Value creation of Vesper is outlined here, and this is, the equivalent of participating in some of the other, let's look at the traditional world, a Vanguard or a BlackRock. When you participate and provide them with funds, you don't get a piece of their revenue or their fees. This is where DeFi, it really becomes a magical thing where you participate, you earn, you benefit, and then you get to stake against the fees that are generated in the system. And so that's a really important connective tissue between the users and the platform. And that's again, it kind of really encompasses the tenets of why DeFi and why this is disruptive, not only for the macro need for yield and generating yield and making your crypto work harder for you, but also participating in these systems and really benefiting from the fees that are generated. So just to follow the lines here, we have our three pools up above, and the fees that are generated against that are a 0.6% withdrawal fee and a 15% platform fee, essentially a performance fee. Block built the first three pools, so 5% of those fees go to the developer. And then fast forward, other developers building on Vesper get that 5%. And that's, again, an incentive for more strategies, more pools, more products, more innovation on Vesper. 95% of that goes into a treasury box. And all that treasury box does is take all those pool shares and buys Vesper.
Okay, so let's understand. 5% of the fees generated on the protocol go towards more development on the protocol. 95% of the fees on the protocol go towards buying back your tokens. So if the protocol grows, the 95%, the fees keep growing, and they use the 95% of the proceeds to buy back the tokens which you and I hold. And so that's why I like this model very much. Today, this protocol has $25 million total value locked. And of course, the launch is only happening today. So what I recommend that you guys do is start looking at the total value locked. And I'll also be looking at it because I want to make sure that this DeFi protocol actually grows. But today they've got a $25 million total value locked. And if you look at other projects with a $25 million total value locked, that's where we start looking for clues in the valuation. And before I talk about the valuation, I want to talk about the team. So the team is made up of a whole lot of astute people, but particularly two people that I know very well. And this is the reason why I invested. The first one is Jeff Garzik. And Jeff Garzik is one of the original Bitcoin core developers. In fact, he wrote some of the code with Satoshi Nakamoto back in the days. And he's been around for a while, and he's launched multiple very, very successful protocols. Matt is a good friend, and he is also one of the most successful people in crypto. And we know that because he is on the Forbes billionaire list in crypto, and he is front and center of a Forbes article which has Vitalik, Tyler, Cameron, and Michael Saylor on it. So, and for me, every time I've dealt with him and every time I've done stuff with him, it turns to gold. So, that's, for me, I like the people and I trust the people. I've checked the tokenomics. And then, of course, I look at one thing, which is the price. So let's talk about the tokenomics and the price. There are only ever going to be 10 million tokens in circulation. And the pre-sale price or the private round price was $2.50, which means that at the private round price, the total fully diluted market cap was $25 million. Now, for a DeFi protocol with $25 million locked, you're looking at $100, $150, $200 million, depending on the strength of the market. So I'm not telling you guys to go in and buy it. Today is the launch. I'm telling you guys to look at the price, compare it to the other DeFi protocols, and then make a call as to whether you want to buy it. I've given you guys all the information that I used to make my buying decision. The tokenomics, the model, the team, the modular design. But I haven't seen the launch yet because I've been live on air with you guys. And I can see in the comments, guys, if you are watching it in the comments, where are we? Where is the price? Where is the price? You guys are asking about the split allocation. I'm going to ask the split guys again today. What's the name of the coin? The coin is called Vesper, V-E-S-P-E-R. Okay, it's now $12.50. $12.50 gives it a market cap of about $125 million fully diluted. Do we like it at that valuation? Well, I'm going to get back to you about that tomorrow because I'm going to go look at it relative to the total value locked and all the other ones. And then again, that's me. Until tomorrow. And remember, guys, one last thing before we go. Tomorrow, because you guys asked for it, not me. You guys asked for it. You wanted a special show with Coach K talking about none other than everything that hasn't come to the market. Well, tomorrow is that day. Tomorrow we're talking to Coach K. And he's got his own show, and it's going to be 10 minutes after the end of my show. So make sure you tune into my show, and then, of course, tune into his show. I'll see you again tomorrow. If you are trading out there, trade well, my friends. See you tomorrow. I'm Crypto Menran, 10 a.m. EST. Same time, same place.
Crypto Banter is a social podcast for entertainment purposes only. All opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers should not be construed as financial advice. Views expressed by guests and hosts do not reflect the views of the station. Listeners are encouraged to do their own research.